100% necessary, though. I don't think. It might be. But where you can steal the carob nuts from are from, up here by Bone Village, and there's that giant, like, I don't want to call it dragon monster, like lizard with spikes who has a ridiculous amount of health on him, and you can steal carob nuts from him. Vincent is about to die with a limit break. Because I keep getting into it. Well, that worked out splendidly and haphazardly. So yeah, that's why I'm going to be using carob nuts and carob nuts only. That's why you see me just denouncing all the other nuts. I want to say, like, a Zeo nut has a chance to make it work. I think you steal this from the goblins up at Goblin Island. But there's other areas you can do it as well. Oh, and for any of you wondering, let's see if we can turn the camera. Oh, he's already gone. They disappear after a few seconds. They'll just keep running into walls, and then they'll just randomly disappear. In terms of greens, in terms of feeding them, I'm not a big fan of mimic greens. I actually use Curiel greens, because I believe they increase stamina. Oh gosh, don't do that. I believe that they increase stamina as well as the speed stats, and I forget what mimic greens increase. But I remember from way back in my days, and hopefully this is still true, because no, my luck, I'm wrong. That's not true. Now, basically you have to experiment. Every time you feed your Chocobo a green, it'll say, like, blank stats are increased. It'll be like, speed increased, stamina increased, stuff like that. And they do max out. So, like, let's say you feed it, like, 4 cracker greens, it'll be like, speed increased slightly, I think. I actually don't remember. And I'm not showing it off. I'm not feeding my guys the wrong greens just to show off something that is a pain in my butt. How much life these things have? Because when I crit, it's insta-death. Oh, there's no sleep alarm there. So that's alarms for me because I didn't want to sleep in today. I wanted to make sure I recorded. And I actually woke up 3 hours out of schedule and decided to start recording, like, right off the bat. So my commentary was lame in one of my last few episodes, and you feel like it's gotten better. That's because I'm finally awake. And I still have to get something to eat. I think I might go out for trashy Mickey D's. Because I'm craving me some chicken nuggets. Guardian Beast! Nothing to steal. Even more disappointing that Vincent didn't use Beast Flare. Yep, and he auto-attacked it, so Vincent doesn't get credit for the kill. Oh well, he got 2 kills out of that. Death Gigas! So now we have Vincent's new limit break, so this was definitely not completely worthless. And I will switch that up to show that off. Now, Galleon Beast is fire-based. So when he casts that Beast Flare, that's massive fire damage to all opponents. And again, that can be something that's very amazing throughout the game, unless you're fighting an enemy that's immune to fire, which I did show off in that one battle. Death Gigas is kind of a double-edged sword because he uses lightning damage. And that dragon that I use the fire breath on is also immune to lightning. Or the one head was. Darn it. I wanted to petrify it. Yay! I have no idea what I was just talking about. Is that 4 or 5? I think that's 5. Catch one more for good luck, and then we'll go check on them. Oh, so if you're wondering why I'm trying to increase the stats of my Chocobo for speed and stamina, is in order to get better breeding results, you can race your Chocobos at the Golden Saucer. You get certain prizes there. I think you get some GP as well from Chocobo racing. And your Chocobos, I think, start off at a C rank, maybe a D, I don't remember. And you can raise them up to a S rank from racing them. There's also some interesting items that you can get from there, so there's little benefits to doing this side quest. Just extra items, extra options to really fully customize whatever it is you're doing in this game. And as you can see, I'm already starting to build up money again. I'm back up to 82,000 gil. So rather than selling all that crap for those last few Chocobo stables, I could have just come up here and farmed real fast. Back of the headshot. And it petrified him. Or stopped him. I'm not sure which, because it doesn't matter. It's dead 3 ways to Sunday. Only 16 P though. Oh wow, we're actually not getting a lot from these battles. Although maybe because it was just rabbits. Maybe they're just not worth anything. But yes, I farmed the Icicle Inn for Chocobos. I really don't remember. You can look up online. Just, type in Final Fantasy VII, Chocobos, and Choco Buckle, Choco Mog material will come up, and then Chocobo breeding, catching, and all this nonsense is going to be there. I'm personally doing it out of memory. This was just such a huge thing where you had to learn about it, so you paid extra special attention to what you were doing. And especially when you're failing and you can't figure out why, you really start paying attention to what you're doing and, if it's right or wrong. So, yay! But yeah, always know, in terms of Vincent's limit break is now the topic I'm going to jump back onto, because I keep jumping on and off of that. His new form, Death Gigas, does heavy physical as well as lightning damage. With that being said, you want to make sure that the enemies you are fighting are susceptible to some type of lightning damage. Otherwise, you might not want to use Vincent, or might not use that limit break, or you might want to switch it for certain events. If you're fighting a bunch of dragons and you're using Galleon Beast, you want to switch off Galleon Beast to Death Gigas. Alright, he has Grenade Bomb, but I can't use it because it will injure the Chocobo, causing it to run. Oh, he's got Death Blow, though. I forgot about that. Not that it matters. Sweet! And that's also the giant advantage to things like Death Blow, is that if you ever need to attack not using your limit break, you can use Death Blow. Send you back to the stables. Alright, so now we are going to go back to the stables. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do along the way. Like, I know what's coming up, and it's actually one of my favorite things in the game. And unfortunately, there's actually one thing I have to look up online, because I don't remember I don't remember the hint in the game, or how you're supposed to figure it out on your own. I might text my buddy and see if he remembers. Because him and I have, Final Fantasy knowledge fights all the time. We're like, what was Aerith's real name? It was Aerith. Ugh. Where do you get the full cure materia? You get it on disc, too, after you go back to Cosmo Canyon at the back of the item shop when the little barricade comes down. Get some information. What are classes? Oh, that's right. I think I can just check on them. Wait, how do I... Shoot! I'm an idiot! Gosh darn it! Alright, so this is where you get to see what type of Chocobo they are. I can't really recommend this one. Can't really recommend this one. Can't really recommend this one. Alright, now we only had 4. So, oh, gosh darn, this is so annoying. Can I... How do I release them? Do I have to put them in the stable to release them? No, let it go. Go ahead. Choose a different one. So I forgot. You have to catch 4 at a time. Then you come back here to the stable. And... Yep, so now we have no more. I'll go do this off screen until I find a few. But you catch them in bulks of 4. Then you have to fly back here, check on them, and move them into stables based upon whether or not they are good. Now, as you can see, none of those Chocobos were all that happy. Now, do you have to use great Chocobos to get the results that I'm going for? No, you do not. This just increases your chances and makes it go slightly faster than doing it the long way. I believe there is one Chocobo upon breeding that you have to breed with a great Chocobo from this area in order to get it to what you want it to be. And I know that's vague, but I'd rather just show it off. Oh, gosh darn it. Sid! Those were for Barrett! Bing bada boom bada bang! And that completely mistimed with your video, but it worked perfectly on my video. Yeah, if you guys are ever wondering how I read certain things like before they ever appear, there's just like a half second, or about a 1 second delay between what I'm actually recording, like what I'm seeing and what I'm actually recording, between what you guys see. Guys, I'm going to catch a bunch of Chocobos off screen, and I'll meet you back at the ranch. And I'm back. I really can't recommend this one. We'll put this one in your stable? No, let it go. Go ahead. I really can't recommend this one. Oh, let it go. Yeah, I'm not having any luck today. This is terrible. This is a wonderful Chocobo! So, this is exactly what we're looking for. Then give your Choco female a name. So here... No, cancel. I just literally name them based upon their gender. Eventually you get a bunch in here, and then you have to name them, and then if you ever want to check on their stats, you just go to their feeding trough, and you can see that they start off Class C, their name, their gender. I thought that's also how you fed them, I guess not. I will be back after I catch another round of 4 Chocobos, but so far I've caught an 8, or technically 10, but the first 2 got pushed out because I'm an idiot. But so far we've caught an 8 and had 1 success, so this is a long grinding thing. And ladies and gentlemen, to show this off, I was actually watching a video on the side and had to pause it, but the Death Gigas! Now here's this physical attack, Giga Dunk, and this because Fury's on him. A little anticlimactic. So we will big guard him. Oh, here comes Livewire. And as you can see, massive magic scaling off of the Livewire for some ridiculous electric damage. Love it! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the last cut, and then I'm actually going to do a lot of this off-screen. I will show off a Chocobo race or two, maybe like a race with each Chocobo I do. I did manage to catch a wonderful male. It actually only took me 2 more tries, so out of 12 Chocobos that I caught 1 wonderful female and 1 wonderful male. So now I'm up here at the Boneville village stealing carob nuts, and I do want to show off exactly what monster is responsible. Where's my bed? There we go, get some status ailments on him. Steal some mana back, and I believe he is susceptible to laser damage and such, so we're about to find out about that.
Not 100% sure. Yep, so he's already... So should only have about 7,000 life. Not as much as I thought. Yep, silent poisoned. Poison's getting 8,000 damage per. Barrett's getting off some major damage from those. So yeah, that's also my big issue with Death Blow. Oh, there we go. Vincent got a stop on him. With that break, with added effect. But yeah, this is my big problem with Death Blow, is that if you give your character enough luck to make sure that Death Blow hits, I don't understand why you wouldn't just give your character the increased luck, because, I mean, it's nice to have that damage that procs often, but there's the chance that it's going to miss, so you're either going to do double damage or nothing, versus if you're auto-attacking non-stop, you have a higher chance of... That's weird. Laser... I guess I'm setting that. Couldn't be. Barrett was nearly doing 2k per hit. Whatever. But yeah, so next I need to race them, but I am starving. So, in fear that I'm going to activate a cutscene and have to record for an hour, I'm going to go out and get something to eat from Terrible McDonald's. Anybody have suggestions? What's your favorite McDonald's? Actually, I want to save up in the air. Oh yeah, so if you press menu while you're in the high wind, you will instantly always transport yourself inside the high wind up here. Well, let's see. What's a good place to head to? Corral for Condor. Yo, Mr. Leader, get your pilot ass in gear. Let's go check on Yuffie, actually, before we end the episode. I know you're dying to talk to a babe like me. Just leave me alone. This shit makes me... So yeah, I'm gonna try to get to the Golden Saucer if this activation scene doesn't happen. And I promised you guys I wasn't gonna grind too much anymore. Well, unfortunately, the side quest is causing me to grind a little bit. And this is something I do want to be in the main videos. I don't want it to be an extra bonus video. If anybody's actually like watching through the series, I want them to see like, oh, this is awesome, you can do this, blah blah blah. The bonus videos are gonna just be like limit breaks or maybe like ridiculous combos, stuff like that. But now we have our first save file with no second save file. I forgot about that one too. So. Oh, Sid also gained a new limit break before I ended this video. I didn't really pay attention to what it was. Oh, he gained 2. Holy crap! I must have not been paying attention. Evidently he gained Dragon, which attacks and drains HP and MP from one opponent, so it's the same as Red 13's Bloodfang. And he also gained Dragon Dive, continuously attacking, sometimes causing death. So I'll be showing those off in the next video, perhaps. And mind you, Sid doesn't have Fury on him. Like, Sid just instantly gains limit breaks like a mofo, making him amazing. So, guys, tune in next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was fun for you. Next video will either be Chocobo raising or saving Corel from their huge materia being stolen. So, ta-ta!